Welcome to the bridge update for this week. It was rainy last Wednesday. I'm going to be changing to just Wednesdays for walking the bridge. We had that remnants of the hurricane coming in. Turn off my sound system so I don't get reverb. Alrighty. Handheld. I'm waiting for them to actually change something on the side down here. I think that I'm not sure. I think that flat part is the final grade elevation, and they're just going to extend it down a little bit. But, you know, who knows? Who knows how it'll exactly turn out. It was raining. It wasn't really heavy, but it definitely wasn't light. Got that big rock there. It's not even gravel. Have to be careful stepping on it because it'll fold your ankle under. Stepping down. I always want to get a shot underneath the bridge because you can get a lot from the top of the bridge, but you can't really get under it. And there is a tractor, bulldozer. It is a Caterpillar. Bulldozer pushing gravel around. And I had to switch hands with the umbrella so the camera's on my right, so sorry for that little jog there. And we got a long walk. This is part of why I don't do commentary. Anyhow, the access road is still there. I was a little surprised that they left it. Not completely because, you know, they're still working up top. But it was interesting to see how they just extended it out. So they could get to it. We have all those filter paper rolls and the rebar for the concrete just sitting there. I wonder when they're going to be getting moved and where they're going to move to. I imagine it's for everything from here down to Long Shoals. That would make sense. The little path there, it was grown over. As soon as they ran a few tractors over it, it cleared up. It was raining. You can sort of see down to where they've got piles of dirt down there. They've still got the road going to it. I am anxiously awaiting fall so that we can see through all these trees more easily. It'll be interesting to see more. You can sort of see some of it, but it's a lot better when you're in person. And of course it's foggy and rainy, so you can't really see very far down. But the other big surprise was there's a truck sitting there that was looking at something. Who knows? Kind of hard to say. It did look like there was more rebar in there. They have those ladders there. It did look like they had put more rebar into that stack of rebar. But that hasn't changed a whole lot. So, who knows? Then we come up here. They have cleaned off the footing, put up some guardrails so people don't fall down and at least get hurt. Yeah, I don't want to fall off of that because that's going to kill you. Then this tractor, he had some fun doing a little 360 here, or 180. Didn't see him scratch up the asphalt any. I think he was done for the day. Nobody had dropped off anything else. This other guy did something with the roller compactor. And as I was standing there looking at all this, it started to rain harder. So I was like, yeah, I'm leaving. I scooted across pretty quickly. That looks like that tractor's going full speed. They don't move fast. They have a lot of torque. They just don't move fast. And then as you can see, the rain picked up, and I was like, yeah, let's go. Before I get in the lightning, thunder, yeah, not happy with worrying about getting shocked with how many millions of volts it might be. Standing on top of the tallest structure around with a metal rod in your hand is not exactly safe. So they've got all of that equipment there. I imagine that a couple of them will need to be turned around, but really nothing else is going to be changing. This is going to be interesting to watch. Have the semi come from the north instead of from the south. That might be easier, but I don't know how they got down to, you know, the Long Shoals area to bring them up. I wonder what the path was for those big mega trucks with the segments for the bridge. But they're going to be able to go on I-40 and come straight up the exit. I was looking back to see if there were cars coming. And then just come straight to the bridge instead of having to do some big old circle. And I came over here and carefully stepped on some of these rocks, and I lifted up the camera to see if there was anything to see down the way over there. Nothing much has changed, so off we go. Driving out, a little bit of a muddiness. I think I had a car pull up behind me. Couldn't see them because they didn't have their lights on. Turn on your headlights when you're in the rain, people, please. Go across the bridge. There's this new pavement over here on the other side of the bridge. Person sitting there, maybe they were inspecting some of the mechanical stabilization stuff. Who knows? I wonder what's going to happen with this. I imagine that we're going to be shifted over to the right onto that, and then they're going to build a little out to the left. And there's the handheld. It's easier to get a higher shot of the work in here from the car instead of trying to hold my hand up all the way down through there. Not that much of anything is changing. They got the grating on the side nicely compacted because it doesn't look like it's running anywhere. And looking through rain streaks on the window is a pain. But nothing much different with all that. And they've got this big pile of dirt at the end to make sure that nobody drives off, I guess. I imagine that's going to be where they move the end to. And then we have Glen Ridge Road. It's pretty much completed. As far as I can tell, everything except for taking down the old bridge is done. There goes a plane taking off. I'm guessing that there will be a silence wall on this side, but I'm more doing this until I see the old bridge get taken down and see what they do for finishing out that wall and, you know, whatever silence wall they build, which I imagine won't be worked on until after they do the concreting, because it does seem like they're using the I did this twice? Oh, this is handheld. Duh. I'm confusing myself. They no longer have the route up there because they closed it off with the silence wall. I'm wondering if they'll extend that onto the hill there Doesn't look like they will. I don't know. And then coming back, you can see some of the work there. And the big drain to catch all the water runoff, or maybe coming from down the hill. Then Rockwood Road, not really anything exciting with this. I'm not sure that there will be any more changes, but you know, I got to see the 𝐸𝐤𝐤 getting put in place, which was fun. It took them 3 days to get that all the way from end to end. You could see a little bit more of what was going on with the construction when they were working on this side. Not sure if I'm going to continue doing this. Let me know if you're interested in that. It's just fun to see the road from the other side, turning around and get a bit of an upper view of what's happening over there. Not a lot to see, unfortunately. Get to see all the cars getting worked on at this First Aid Auto. And up the hill, get to see a lot more when the leaves are off the trees in here. Give it another month or so and we'll have that. And the handheld, get a little bit different of a view. Nice blue sunblocker at the top of the windshield. Again, you see a lot more when the leaves are off. And a bit of a bump jumping my hand around. This was interesting to watch. I didn't get back here much, but I swear I got a couple of shots of them placing dirt and packing it with the tractors, bulldozers. I just don't know if they are lost in the data recovery that I couldn't do. Again, getting to see a nice sideways shot of the excavator there. Didn't look like he was moving any that day. And that's the bridge update for the week. Not a really huge deal and not a lot to see. It'll be interesting for next week when they're probably going to have the crane pad done and they'll move the crane up to start placing segments. But thanks for watching. We will see you next time. Have a good one.